Everybody, welcome back to another week of Duffs to Darts. I am Ed, taking you guys on my weekly journey from a mid-range handicap down to what one day will be a single-digit handicap every week, every month, every day, on a budget, on a dime, to the best of my ability. We talk about it every single week, and if you guys are new to Duffs to Darts, thank you for joining us. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe train because we got a whole bunch of fun stuff that's always coming down. You already saw little bubbles blowing up. I think it's on this side when the bubbles came up. Anyways, what happened this past week in golf to get better? So much stuff. So many fun things working on. So as promised, I was in here in the Rainer Shotscope Lab with my SkyTrak, and I was shooting 3 videos in here on Sunday. I was exhausted by the time I shot the 3rd video. I did the longer sessions, the game improvement stuff on the SkyTrak. So I went ahead and I did the skills assessment, the wedge matrix, and I did the bag mapping features on it. So by the time I got done, the last video I shot was the bag mapping. I was exhausted, was tired. I was in here for I think 2.5 hours hitting balls and talking to myself and the camera and recording stuff. So that was good stuff there. And so I'll get working on those videos. It'll be for the SkyTrak series, and then when it's all said and done, I will be repeating the bag mapping thing, do it in sections, doing just my woods, just my longer irons, just my mid irons, just my wedges, kind of breaking it up that way, so that way I'm rested and whatnot. Also worked on this week was my skills assessment personally. So there is a fun little wedge game that my buddy Steve Ford, who is the master club fitter over at the PGA Tour Superstore in Vernon Hills, done a couple of videos with him. Dude knows his stuff. It is the ladder drill. So you go into the skills assessment. It's 10 different targets, and you do, trying to remember off memory right now, it is, I think, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 yards. And then you go back down and you do 25, 35, 45, 55, 65. So you do that right there, and you only get 3 shots per target on the ladder. And the goal is to obviously get as close as you can to the pin, optimize yourself, and find out kind of what yardages work best for you. And when you do it with one club. So you do it with just a pitching wedge, just a gap wedge, just a sand wedge, whatever it is that whatever wedges you are using, do it in just that, and just keep kind of figuring out what clubs, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, what you need to work on. So it's an awesome drill. Was working on that. Did a little bit of putting in the office. The day job's super busy. Actually, today, when I'm recording this, it's 5:45 on 2/2/22, my sister-in-law's birthday. Happy birthday, Rach. I know you don't watch these videos, but still happy birthday to you. Busy day with the actual job. So putting a little bit here and there, but not a lot of time during work because obviously we're working. Working on driver a lot. Hitting more fairways. For sure, with that on the driver feature. When it's colder here in the garage, the SkyTrak says that I carry like 235, 240, and then when it starts to warm up a little bit, if like my clubs are warmer, I'm warmer, then I'm more of that 250 carry, but they're straight. So we got that going for us. What else happened for me this week of golf? Trying to remember. Obviously I haven't played any simulators or anything like that. Did some practice, my simulator rounds on the SkyTrak. And we're getting closer and closer to outside golf. Thank God, right? So it's starting to get warmer. It's raining today. Now it's turned to ice everywhere, so it's kind of sucky outside, but we're closer to that warmer weather. As soon as that happens, we'll be getting ourselves to the golf course. So the plan for this week is obviously we'll be back in here. Wedge Wednesday is tomorrow. Might be the same day that this gets out, to be honest with you guys. So Wedge Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a picnic drill. So for that, it's basically you find an area where you want to chip, and you lay down a blanket like you're going to a picnic, and you try to chip the balls onto the blanket for the picnic. So you've got a bigger target area based off of how big of your blanket is. So I'll record that when I do it, so you guys will see a little video on the little picnic drill, and that's gonna be Wedge Wednesday in the morning and as well as in the afternoon short game stuff. Gotta work on around that green. Wanna make sure we're dialed in. Speaking of dialing in, again, if you guys are new to Duffs to Darts, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe train, because we're growing this channel. Share it with your friends if they're not already on this, because we're motivating each other. Comment below, let me know what you guys are working on, what you'd like on Duffs to Darts, so that way we can keep doing more of that. Getting closer and closer to actually on the golf course content, the fun stuff, right? We want to see how all this is working on the golf course. So that's about it. All I got for this week. Shorter check-in, especially since my battery on my camera is starting to die. So I'm going to keep working on my game. You guys keep working on your game. Until next week. Keep grinding.